coastline is a very popular holiday destination, with people coming from far and wide to enjoy the copious amounts of breathtaking scenery that Cornwall has to offer. But disaster struck in 1967 when the supertanker, the Tory Canyon, struck the Seven Stones Reef off the Cornish coastline. Let's look at some facts regarding the Tory Canyon. The Tory Canyon was a supertanker capable of carrying 120,000 tons of crude oil. The ship ran aground on March 18, 1967, causing an environmental disaster off the western coast of Cornwall. The crew of the Seven Stones lightship, 2 miles off the reef, knew that the Tory Canyon was in danger a mile from the disaster. The Tory Canyon vessel was bombed for 2 days until it sank on the 30th of March 1967. Luckily, fortune intervened upon this disaster, with a combination of some very favourable weather and microorganisms designed to break down oil residue by order of the government. This duo of anti-spill components were able to disperse the oil and rid the sea of most contamination within a relatively short period of time. In the late 1960s, post-shipwreck, the government announced they were going to spend £500,000 on the southwestern Scilly Seas in bid to help with restoration and the clean-up activities and to prevent further atrocities. After the Tory Canyon was bombed, it was discovered to have leaked an inordinate amount of oil into the sea, enough to contaminate and harm over 20,000 seabirds.
Conservation is the protection and preservation of ecosystems in oceans and seas. It focuses on limiting human-caused damage to marine ecosystems and restoring damaged ecosystems. Marine conservation also focuses on preserving marine species. The Maritime and Coast Guard Agency are the UK authority to deal with responding to pollution incidents. The MCA have developed a detailed procedure to deal with these emergencies at sea. That the National Contingency Plan for Marine Pollution from Shipping and Offshore Installations was published in 2000.
Right.
An example of marine conservation is around the seas of Lundy Island, a 3-mile stretch of land off the north coast of Devon. These waters have been protected since 2003. SOSREP stands for the Secretary of State's Representative for Maritime Salvage and Intervention.
Hugh Shaw is our current SOSREP. He was appointed to the role on the 1st of January 2008. His role is to represent the Secretaries of State for the Department of Transport in relation to ships and for the Department of Energy and Climate Change in relation to offshore installations, by removing or reducing the risk to safety, property and the UK environment arising from accidents involving ships, fixed or floating platforms or subsea infrastructure. His powers extend to the UK terrestrial waters 12 nautical miles from the coast or baseline for safety issues and to the UK pollution control zone 200 miles or the median line with neighbouring states for pollution. He is empowered to make crucial and often time-critical decisions without delay and without resource to higher authority where such decisions are in the overriding UK public interest.